Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty, and I love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. If that sounds like your cup of tea or your double shot, please consider subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. If you like what you see and you want to see more, turn on your notification bell so you never miss an upload. I look crazy as hell, so we're just gonna dive right in, y'all. I recently tested out the NYX Bare With Me Blurring Tint Foundation and the brand new Juvia's Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. I was on the fence about both. I really disliked the Juvia's Place one, and then the NYX was really beautiful, but it seemed a little bit dry on my complexion. So instead of, doing a follow-up and doing each in its own video, we're going to put one on half and one on the other half. We're going to do an all-day wear test again. We're going to give these products another shot because, especially with complexion products, you guys, there are so many factors that could weigh in on whether or not you like or dislike that particular product. So I just got out of the shower, my skin is cleansed, and it is prepped. I was going to go ahead and do my primer, but I want you guys to see how amazing this primer is. Let's get closer. We're just gonna get closer. Because I want you guys to see how beautiful this is on the skin. It is one of my holy grails. I've gone through multiples of these. I have gifted these. I've put these in giveaways. I've raved about this product for a very long time. It is the Stila One Step Correct Skin Tone Correcting and Brightening Primer. And I'll typically, because I do have dry skin, I always go in with something that's way more moisturizing. But because both of these, especially this one, greatly emphasized my texture and my pores, I was like, let me try it with this because this is so blurring and so beautiful on the skin prior to makeup application, you guys. Just wait and see. So let me get up close. We're real close, okay? So you can see lots of redness. I have rosacea, I have broken capillaries, just uneven skin tone kind of all around. So I'm gonna put this on half and just let y'all see. But as you can see, it has a lavender color corrector, peach, and green. Lavender is for brightening and sallowness. Green is for redness. And then peach or orange, depending on your skin tone, is going to help with any kind of brown spots, dark spots, things like that. So we're going to go in, and a little goes a very long way. I probably got too much, especially since I'm only doing half first. And they blend really well together. Matter of fact, we'll stay up here. We'll stay real close. I'm going to use you guys as a mirror. And not that this doesn't offer any hydration, there is some hydration, but it is more of kind of a blurring and just kind of smoothing out the skin and correcting the overall skin tone itself, meaning it's going to help balance out redness, sallowness, darkness, things like that. I swear by this. I think it is a stunning product, and I never ever hear anybody talk about this, ever. It does dry down, and you'll see kind of in real time with me, as it dries down, it just intensifies that blurring effect. Look how stunning this is. There are days that I literally only wear this. I'll do some mascara and of course my lip injection. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. I'm confident. Look how stunning this looks, you guys. And I have no foundation on. This is a phenomenal product, especially if you are somebody like me that you do have just uneven skin tone. You have a lot of redness, you have rosacea, a lot of texture, larger pores. We got it all over here. Okay, we have it all over here. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try this. Again, I always like to try complexion products a couple of times. The only time that I would say to not do that, and I'm kind of speaking from personal experience, is if I put it on and I literally just have a reaction. I break out, something like that. My skin becomes very red or inflamed from a product, something like that. But generally speaking, with like complexion products, I love this, by the way. I test it with, okay, was I hydrated enough? Was I a little too hydrated? Was my skin a little bit too slippy so it didn't stick right? Was I trying to use a water-based primer and a silicone-based foundation? Those types of things. Did I set it? Did I not set it? Should I have set it? There are different factors, so I always test out products 2 times. But I wanted to try this just because it does help with my pores and with the texture of my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Juvia's Place one first. This was not a win for me, but this is the shade 650 Alexandria. And if you did miss that tutorial, I will put it up for you. I'm doing a tiny dot because it is incredibly thick and it is also full coverage, which I did not think it was going to be. I do think that there's a market for this. I do think that if you are somebody that does not have larger pores and you like a thicker, more full coverage foundation, this is very much like the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, the Cosmetics one. And you can see I didn't even use all of that, and it's spreading for a mile. I like to stipple and press my complexion products in place first, and kind of generally where I need the coverage at is where I'm going to put the bulk of the product. I also did not have my face shaved, which we should not have to shave our faces and dermaplane in order to like a foundation. However, I typically do have a shaved face, so I did shave my face as well. So we have everything going for us today. So we have everything kind of on our side today, we hope. I can tell you right now, going in with a less is more approach, it looks so much better than it did. Also, using that primer versus my regular primer, much, much better. And then I'm going to take whatever residual product is left on the brush, and we're just going to smooth everything out. This looks 8,000 times better. It's not all way blended yet, but way better than the last time I tried it. Which is why you typically want to test a foundation or a complexion product a couple of times. This looks great. I am literally shitting my pants. I'm literally shitting y'all. If y'all saw that first video, honey, I did not like this. Did not like it at all. It felt very thick, very heavy. It emphasized the heck out of my pores and the texture of my skin. I just did not like it. I will note really quickly, just in case you did not see that particular video, go in less is more. It is way more full coverage than you would believe that natural Radiance foundation is. And I also will note too, I do like the slight luminous quality here. I like a little more. I thought with a Radiance foundation, it was going to be very luminous, very lit from within, very glowy. And it's not flat matte, so I'm not angry about that. But yeah, I like it a lot more than I did that day. It does oxidize by 1 shade, also to note that. Let me get real close. Let me get real close to my mirror. Okay, I'm eating my words. 100% I'm eating my freaking words. It's still, it's still, I can feel it on the skin, and it is still more full coverage than I particularly like, but that's my personal preference. I'm glad I tried it again. I like it. I'm actually going to keep it, so sorry to the friend that I was going to give it to. I like this. We're going to wear it all day still, obviously. This is, you guys, I felt ugly. The day that I tried this, I felt ugly. I will say less is more is your approach, for sure. Like, that tiny little bit that I used was plenty. It was perfect. And definitely go in with something that is a little bit more kind of, you know, blurring, pore smoothing. Let me wipe this off. I normally have a big towel here that I keep on my lap for makeup application, but I was washing all of my makeup towels. Okay, I am shocked. I am legitimately shocked. I need a towel. Okay, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get it close. I mean, even last time, there's some slight settling here and slight settling through here. You know, we have mature skin, that's fine. That looks beautiful. And I'm right beside my window, and it looks beautiful. It looks great. Well, slap my ass and call me happy, honey. Okay, I'm literally speechless. Literally speechless. I did not like this. I did not like it at all. I'm shocked. All right, let me go in with a different brush, and that is my LYS Beauty brush. I love it. Fantastic. This one is a Farrah 820F. This is the NYX Bare With Me Blurring Tint Foundation. I have a light neutral. I think I said 650 Alexandria in this one. Keep in mind, this one does oxidize a shade. So this one Looks really beautiful, definitely blurs. But I also felt like it was just slightly drying on me, but we're gonna see how it goes today. Again, I'm gonna use a tiny bit. The texture of this is much more my preference. It's a little bit more thin, a little bit more kind of a whipped type texture. So we're gonna go in with this. And as you can see, even just on the hand, not as much coverage, that's my preference. So we're gonna do like we normally do. I'm going to stamp and push the foundation into place first where I need the coverage. And you'll notice too, even on the other side, I kind of avoid like this area and stuff like that. I avoid specific areas because those are my problem areas. Those are my problem areas where, those are the areas where makeup will settle, foundation does not always look the prettiest, things like that. I am going to go in for a tiny, tiny bit more. Oh, you guys, I cannot believe that I'm liking the Juvia's Place foundation as much as I am. I literally am, I'm shocked. Shocked. It's just, it's a little bit more matte than I like. And I know that blur typically kind of is more mattifying, but I also saw that it was a tint. So for me, I anticipated it being more like a tinted moisturizer, but I still liked it. It wasn't a love the first time. I definitely, both are a little bit, you know, kind of more drying on my under eyes. Again, not something that's like, you know, a make or break for me because a lot of foundations do that. And then let's get right under the under eye. All right, now I'm gonna spray as I always do. And I've been using this Item Beauty One Hit Prime Set and Refresh Dewy Finish Face Mist. Girl, that's a lot to say. It was on clearance on Sephora, like $7, and then they had like a 20% off something, or it was very cheap. And I really love Item Beauty products. So I always go in, this works for oily skin as well. I always go in with a spray. I'll do it right after foundation application, and then I will do it again after all of my powders. And what this does, even if you have oily skin, is it just kind of takes everything down. It makes everything kind of mesh well into the skin as opposed to sitting on top of the skin. Especially if you're using a lot of powder products, it just takes away all that kind of dustiness, cakiness, and it just makes everything blend so seamlessly and beautiful into the skin. I am loving the Juvia's Place side. I'm shocked. Literally shocked. I think I like both sides. This side of my complexion, because I do have more rosacea and stuff there, I definitely always have more of an emphasis on the texture, but I really think both look great. All right, y'all. I'm not going to do a full face just because I want to see what this does on its own. Because there's a slight shade variance in the two, I am maybe going to put on some bronzer because I do have to film, and I'm going to throw on some mascara. Aside from that, I'm doing nothing else to my complexion. I'm not going to set it or do anything. As of right now, aside from just a little bit of texture kind of peeking through on the blur side, the NYX side, much more confident in both foundations at this point. I'm going to finish up, do my little mascara, have a couple more videos to film. It is 11:17 a.m., so we're going to wear this all day. Keep in mind, I do have dry skin, I have textured skin, and I work from home. I'm at home all day, so I'm not out there sweating my balls off and then going to come back and I have some groundbreaking thing to tell you. So that is that, and yeah, I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, beauties, it is 2:52 p.m. I am checking in with y'all. I have a little bit of mascara, I did a little bit of brow, and a little bit of blush just because they're a little light on me. I'm looking directly in my mirror right here, and I think that I really like both, and I'm so freaking shocked, especially by the Juvia's Place side. Definitely still some emphasis on texture, but if you go back and watch the first one and then come back, it is a vast difference. They're both a little drier than I typically go for, but these would be products that I would use like more in the summertime, if they weren't too light. And this one, especially the Juvia's Place one, it's very much reminding me of the Fenty Beauty, the Pro Filter, Pro Longwear something or other. I'll put a picture right here. One of my favorites for summertime. And even though it is matte, both of these are very matte as well, you can see, like with the Fenty one, it brings forth a little bit of oils after a few hours, and it becomes bulletproof, especially for here in the South, honey, because it gets hot as hell. Yeah, so far so good. So far, I'm actually really loving both. Yeah. All right, I will check back again later on tonight. All right, beauties, we are here for our final check-in. It is now 6:18. I would normally let this go a little longer, but to be honest, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I'm ready to take my makeup off and chill out and watch some Vikings with my sexy husband. I am blown away. My mirror is right here in front of me. I am loving that there's some oils peeking through. I love that I'm seeing some luminous glow. The Juvia's Place side, I'm blown away by. It literally, even though there's been a little bit of kind of, you know, oils peeking through and stuff like that, it hasn't broken down. It looks so freaking beautiful, even up close. And this was a foundation that a few days ago I did not like at all. And then on this side, the NYX, the only thing that I don't like versus this side is that it really kind of set inside the pores and you can kind of see that. It doesn't look horrible, and I'm sure if I set it like with my Kosas powder or my Charlotte Tilbury powder, those are very like kind of blurring, so I feel like it would kind of take that away. I wanted to again just see what it does kind of on its own. But then the NYX one I like, and it is something that I think I'll continue to try to use. This is another reason why I say, like, when I do complexion products, I kind of urge you guys, and I also say, like, I test them multiple times. I would have never touched this again. And I was like, no, let me try it again, as I always do, and it's great. It's great. I think that if you have oily skin or dry skin, I think that you're going to like it. There's enough of a little something peeking through that I think if you have dry skin, you're going to like it. It depends on how you prep, though. Again, if you have textured skin, neither of these are kind of textured skin friendly. That being said, I feel like if you prep well and you prep with that mindset, that I think that you would like them. Based off of today and wearing it for as long as I've worn it for today, I like the Juvia's Place one more than the NYX. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm shocked. I'm completely shocked. Like, this looks stunning. It looks absolutely beautiful, in my opinion. That's all I have. I'm glad that I revisited them. Definitely prefer this one. Now, this is not something that I'm going to reach for all the time because, again, it does emphasize texture and it's a little bit more drying. This one right here, I think I still have to kind of play with the NYX one, but for me to say that I prefer the Juvia's Place and I'm looking at myself directly in the mirror and the Juvia's Place one looks beautiful, I'm shocked. What do you guys think? Have you tested either of these? Comment down below. Let's have that conversation. I love you, beauties. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.